There's a new app that lets you know wait times at pharmacies, grocery stores, the LCBO, and even medical clinics. For more information about the free app, we're joined by Dan Snow at Andie.work. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me, Jamie.
So tell us, how does this work? How do you access the information to determine these wait times?
Well, you may be familiar when you Google a business, you see a curve, a graph that shows you traffic volume of the business that you're Googling. And so what we've done at Andie.work is we started with that data. The challenge with that data is it is historical data. So it's a great start, but as we know, week to week right now, the world is changing as social distancing restrictions are shifted. And so what that means is we need to look at other factors than historical. So what we're doing right now is we're taking elements like the population density. We know that there are a lot more people in Scarborough than there are in, say, North Bay. So the lineups in Scarborough are more likely to be higher. We're also taking factors in like store size. How many people can you physically fit in that store and how quickly can you move them through? And lastly, we're taking weather into account. We know that people are more likely to go and stand in line on a sunny day than on a rainy day. So it's really about looking at all factors and weighting them properly.
So based on your observations, what are some of the best times and the worst times to, let's say, get groceries?
So to get groceries, if you live in Toronto downtown, Tuesday afternoons are the best time between 1:30 and 4 p.m. If you live in the Greater Toronto area, we're seeing that Tuesday afternoons are great as well, or Wednesday mornings between 9:30 and 11. If you are not able to go to the grocery store during business hours, your best time to go is between 6 and 7 p.m. on Saturdays, actually, in the GTA.
You know, this is a very interesting app, considering that most people never really thought about lineups at the grocery store or the pharmacies or any other kind of store prior to this pandemic. And a lot of people, tend to show up to go do their groceries only to get back in their car and go home because the lineup is too long. How did this idea come about?
We had initially designed Andie.work to be something completely different. It was initially designed to be a productivity app that would allow you to send emails, to book meetings. It summarizes documents, Word and Excel verbally. And we were poised to launch in June at Collision. And once COVID-19 came along, we looked at myself and two others created the app, and we looked at each other and we said, the world doesn't need this right now. This is not what Canadians need. But what I can tell you is that I personally don't know where to get groceries. I personally cannot have my groceries delivered within 2 weeks. And we sat back and we said, this is what Canada needs right now. They need to know when to go shopping, and they need to know when they're at the greatest risk of community spread, because there is a large volume of people at their grocery store, pharmacy, liquor store. And that's why we created a completely free solution so that we can help people stay educated, be vigilant, and go to their local essential services strategically.
It's so great to see so many tech entrepreneurs and engineers really adapt to the times, considering that we are in unprecedented times. And these are the kind of things that people are going to use. For people who are watching right now, searching the App Store, what do they need to know? And by the way, just a reminder, this app is free.
Yeah, so right now, Andie.work, ANDIE.work, is a free website where all you need to do is enter an email address, your postal code, and we will show you in one consolidated page, grocery, liquor, pharmacy. We are developing an Android app that will be released next week, and Apple iOS should follow 1 to 2 weeks afterwards once it's approved. So for now, go to the website. It's completely free, and once we have apps released, we'll let you know, and that way you can download them and select alerts so that if you want to go grocery shopping next week, Andie can send you a message and let you know when the best time to go in your area will be.
Dan Snow with Andie.work. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. All great information.
Thank you, Jamie.
10:15.